Tech Mahindra has begun the process of integrating with Satyam. Today, the top management of Tech Mahindra was at the Satyam Infocity campus in Hyderabad to reach out to its employees. The public announcement of an open offer will be made tomorrow and the CFO will be named in the next few weeks. So on What's Hot Tonight, we ask, what are the challenges during this transition? Joining us is James Abraham of BCG. He joins us from Delhi. James, many thanks for joining us. Let me begin by asking you really the first question on everybody's mind is what does Tech Mahindra actually need to do in terms of employee rationalization? Now, that was a question that was put to the board. They passed it on to Tech Mahindra and Tech Mahindra said, we've just gotten in here. We'll do what we need to do. But at 43,000 or 48,000, do you think there is room or scope for employee rationalization?
Well, there needs to be some form of restructuring. I think everybody sees that coming. But whether and to what extent of the rationalization is necessary is still up for question. It depends on how we look at the growth profile. Satyam has a fantastic record of great quality. Tech Mahindra has a great record of superior customer delivery. You put those two things together, and the growth prospects for this company is going to be superb. So it may be that they can actually avoid employee rationalization and be able to grow and acquire customers. It's really a match between understanding the growth prospects of this company against the employee base they have.
Let's just hear what Anand Mahindra and Vineet Nair of Tech Mahindra had to say about the challenges that this company faces during this transition phase.
There is a palpable sense that Satyam is going to be a very viable and strong entity to deal with. I don't believe this is a sinking ship. No longer. This may not be a racing craft yet, and that's our task to make it one, but I do believe that we're well on our way to a very viable future. We do realize that CFO is very, very critical for the company. We are on a lookout for a CFO, and hopefully we will have a CFO in position in the next few weeks. Our 30-day strategy is clear. Number one, it is customer contact. Telling them what is the precise change which has occurred, how with Satyam's technical competency and the governance layer we bring through Mahindra's, this is going to be a company you can work with and you can trust. And with that assurance, we are going to be asking for continuation of the work we are doing with them, ask them for additional work, and endeavor to resurrect some of the accounts which have gone away in the wake of the big scandal which occurred.
Well, James, you heard Vineet Nair there talking about the fact that the search for a CFO is on. But in a situation like this, will an existing management, does it make sense for the existing management to continue? But what happens when some members of the leadership team are still under a shadow of doubt?
Yes. Well, you know, one of the things we discovered there is that the existing leadership team is actually very good and very strong. They lost some of the topmost leaders and some of the decision-making structures in that company wasn't working anymore. I think that aspects can be replaced. Some of the shadows that we see over the team today are speculation, and I think we need to let the course of that kind of play itself out. Some of them may be real, but we can't second guess what's going to happen. If we do that, then we'll end up second-guessing some great quality management in the process. And I think what Tech Mahindra needs to do is to take the management as it is and start to look at some of the great qualities that management has and start to use them in that plan that Mr. Mahindra has laid out.
Right. You know, James, you've actually had a chance to look at the company from close quarters. You've had a chance to interact with the people. Now, we've known Anand Mahindra saying that this is not a sinking ship anymore. It's not quite a racecraft yet. But what will it take for Satyam to actually get back into sort of racecraft mode? Because he talked about cost cutting. He talked about improving efficiencies. We've seen the client attrition. We've heard of some clients actually ramping up orders and some new clients coming in. But on balance, to put this company back on track, to your mind, what are the things that Tech Mahindra needs to prioritize?
That's a great question. I think one of the most exciting things that I found when we were there was the quickness, the speed with which the company was able to stabilize. We thought that there would be much more rapid customer attrition and much more rapid employee attrition. And in fact, it stabilized very quickly. It speaks to the fact that the core, the management team that delivers quality is still very strong. Their relationships are very strong. But I also know that everybody is in somewhat of a holding pattern. They're waiting for the story that Tech Mahindra is going to lay out. They're waiting to find confidence in the future of this company. And once that confidence is there, once they see this is a company that's still here and is going to continue, once they see that the quality and the delivery that was promised is still going to be there, we're going to see reinvestment by customers and by employees into this company to say, yes, we will stay here, yes, we will buy more, and that will start to swing the tide and start to make it more closer to a racing craft. The real trick then is to see how lean we can make it. Lean in terms of its speed with which it can grow. Lean in terms of the speed with which it can take decisions. And that's where I think the real value of a Tech Mahindra can come in. Their ability to devolve decisions, their ability to get management across different business lines, to take decisions and to move forward. That's the kind of capability this company now needs. So there's going to be one set around stabilizing and continuing the growth and making sure there's confidence reinstilled, and another set of work around bringing in the pace and culture that the Mahindras are known for.
James Abraham, appreciate you joining in today. Well, coming up next on